o'clock and an all-new hour of Way 3 Sunrise starts right now. New job numbers are the best the Commonwealth has seen in years, but those major government cuts could slow down that growth. We'll look into that. And a story developing overnight while you were sleeping. A suicide bomber strikes as the defense secretary visits Afghanistan. Plus, we're gearing up for a big basketball day as March Madness revs up. The Cards gun for a conference title as the Cats fight for a bid in the NCAA tourney. It's all right now on Way 3 Sunrise.
Working for you. This is Way 3 News Sunrise.
And a good morning to you. It's straight up 6 o'clock on this Saturday, March 9th. I'm Scott Atkins. So good to see you. Glad you're waking up with us as we look forward to a very jam-packed weekend here in the Metro, from the Anthem 5K, the first leg of the Triple Crown of Running, to the parade in the Highlands.
That's right.
Christy Dutton here. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing really good. And for Brian Good this morning, we have a jam-packed weekend and perfect weather for it, today at least. Tomorrow's going to be a little iffy if you have plans after 4 p.m. because we're seeing some rain moving in late in the day tomorrow. But today, those temperatures are going to be really nice too. So sort of a treat in that sweet spot right at the weekend. 36 degrees this morning though, so I'll give it to you. It's a little cool out there, and I know the Anthem 5K fitness is going on in a couple hours, so temperatures will be cool for that, that's for sure, but they'll be above freezing, and it's going to warm up quickly once we get that sunshine. But right now, 36 degrees outside, and we have just a few clouds overhead. It feels like 33 with that wind. The wind's not too bad out there, shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. Satellite and radar, just a few clouds around the area. You'll see that out there, and we're seeing some of those clouds building right now. We're going to see them break apart, so it's going to be one of those days where you'll see a mixture of clouds and sunshine. If you're heading out there to the parade later on this afternoon, you're going to need to take your sunglasses with you. So 37 degrees expected today at 8 o'clock this morning with partly sunny skies. So a cool morning for us, but a fast warm up by lunchtime, 50 degrees. We'll have a lot of sunshine at that time, and then 62 by 4 p.m. That'll be when the parade is going on. It kicks off at 3 o'clock and partly sunny skies. So perfect parade weather for this time of year. You'll still need a jacket on. You'll still need that sweater on, but still temperatures warming up above normal for this time of year. We're going to take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up here in a few minutes.
Alrighty, it's 6:02 now, and a Way 3 alert, a story that we're watching. An explosion outside the Afghan Defense Ministry causes multiple casualties, and it happens as newly appointed U.S. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel visits the country. At least 9 civilians have been killed. Since then, the Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack in the Afghan capital, saying it was meant as a warning to Hagel. The Pentagon says the secretary was in a briefing at the time and was not hurt. We're tracking this story on air and online, and we'll continue to track these new developments. The trial of a father and son accused of beating a teen with a ball bat and leaving his body behind a school is supposed to start April 15th. But the attorneys for that son, Joshua Young, won a separate trial. Way 3's Connie Leonard has more now on why they're asking for this.
With all due respect to Mr. Gowker, he thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Judge Barry Willett is weighing the Joshua Gowker argument.
He's used violence, he's used sex, and he's used drugs to control people that are a lot weaker than he is.
Attorneys for Gowker's son, Josh Young, maintain it was Gowker who killed 14-year-old Trey Zwicker. But they claim he's using his power over women in his life to get them to say it was little Josh who killed Zwicker. Young's lawyers played Gowker's 2011 jail phone conversations to some of those women in question. LMPD detectives were at the jail with Gowker.
Who killed Trey?
What?
The truth. Who killed Trey?
You did it right?
No, tell the truth. Who did it? This is Big Josh. Tell the truth. Who killed Trey?
You did it right? I don't know.
Young's attorneys contend Gowker committed the murder to hurt Zwicker's mother. They claim Young had no motive to kill his stepbrother.
No physical evidence, no nothing. It just comes from people that Mr. Gowker controls.
Gowker's attorney also wants separate trials, but prosecutors who believe Gowker convinced his son to commit the murder and help plan it told the judge they're faced with manipulating defendants every day, and they don't believe it's enough reason to separate the trials.
The jury needs the full picture of what went on, and so the jury needs both defendants in front of them.
And that was Connie Leonard reporting. The judge should have a decision on separate trials by the next court hearing on March 22nd. One of 2 suspects found guilty after a body is found buried in a storage bin in Old Louisville. Well, now the sentencing phase of the trial will begin Monday.
We have spoken to her, and she is obviously relieved. Nothing will bring her son back. And, you know, as we discussed with the jury, he may not have been living a lifestyle that she would have wanted for him, but she loved him, and this is a horrible way to die.
The photo there of Jamie Carroll, and now inside the courtroom, Joseph Banis is found guilty on 8 of 10 counts, including the most serious charge, murder. It took the jury 2 days and nearly 10 hours of deliberating to convict him. And now he could face the death penalty for killing Jamie Carroll nearly 4 years ago. Banis' co-defendant and former lover, Jeffrey Munt, goes on trial for Carroll's murder in May. Police hope you'll recognize 2 burglars caught on camera in the act. As you can see, the surveillance video that was just released to Wave 3, we wanted to take a good look at these men. This is from the BP on Louisville Drive in Frankfort. You can see the 2 men break in through the front doors using cement blocks, hop over the counter, and steal about $3,000 worth of cigarettes, cigars, and beer.
Well, unfortunately, it's becoming more common than what we'd like. We've had a few in the last several days. And the method for the last 3 to 4 that I know are breaking the glass doors.
Investigators hope someone recognizes these men and turn them in. Positive signs in the latest unemployment numbers released Friday morning. The Labor Department reports monthly employment fell from 7.9 to 7.7% in February. That's the lowest monthly jobless rate since December 2008. And the Commonwealth has seen its lowest numbers since the recession. New numbers, 7.7%. Well, that is encouraging news, but sequester cuts could still affect jobs. For now, the economy is finally firing in all cylinders, according to some economists, and a lot of that zoom is coming from housing.
There are new construction jobs in Silver Spring, Maryland. Homes going up at Forest Glen Station, work for carpenters and sheet metal workers, plumbers, electricians. New homes are going up so fast in Las Vegas, contractors can't get enough workers.
They're going out and finding labor, skilled labor for the most part, in this market and other markets, and they're bringing them back in. And there is some good hiring going on.
With 48,000 new construction hires leading the way, U.S. employers added 236,000 jobs in February, dropping the unemployment rate to 7.7% from 7.9%. The best jobs numbers since 2008. And that could lead to more growth. Wall Street thinks so, a record-setting week.
A stronger job market will mean stronger income growth, and that'll lead to an upward spiral.
But the White House warned sequestration is pushing that spiral downward.
Democrats and Republicans agree that the sequester is going to have a negative impact on job creation.
Actually, some Republicans think less federal spending will help, but $85 billion in federal spending cuts sting in the short term.
The sequester has a lot of people concerned, especially federal employees like myself.
At the White House, it's the last day for public tours. They're canceled for sequestration.
It's going to be very sad for a lot of people.
Less employment for tour guides as 250,000 Americans go back to work. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Washington.
And yes, this is encouraging, but it all comes despite payroll taxes and income taxes going up on those in the top brackets. Did you go? Another sellout crowd at the KFC Yum Center last night, this time for pop sensation Pink. You think that's permanent? Well, she's known for flying over the crowd, putting on a big theatrical performance to go along with her powerful voice. Her new hit, Try, has her fans filling arenas wherever she goes.
Oh, she's just awesome. Everything. She's just outstanding.
It's International Women's Day.
Yes,
she's #1 woman.
The Courier-Journal's Jeffrey Lee Puckett reports this morning that with the show, Pink becomes the highest grossing female act to play the Yum Center, besting Katy Perry and Taylor Swift in ticket sales globally. The grocery store is going viral thanks to some unthoughtful young people. It's called gallon smashing and replacing the ancient act of planking. It's now the latest online trend, and it's obviously leading to some trouble. More on that right after this.
And we have a nice forecast today. I don't know if it's worthy of smashing gallons for, but